Hey everyone, welcome back to another tea video. We're continuing the One River tea, the green tea, the first flush box, with the Dragonwell. So I have it pulled up on the website here, the individual Dragonwell. It's Hangzhou green tea. Harvest is, the one I have is actually 2025. The one on here is 2024, mid-April. Kuantang, Hangzhou, Zhejiang, China. Producers are Nine Trees, which I believe they're the ones who produce a few of the green teas I have, maybe if not all, but I think they produced the last one, and I believe they're the ones who produce this as well. So, Nine Trees is prevalent in these green teas, but I'll give the descriptor here, read off what the site says. Obviously, it'll be linked below as well. So I will do my best to timestamp this video so you can skip past this part to the tea drinking if you prefer. No other green tea in China has as much renown as Dragonwell green tea from Hangzhou's Westlake Reservation. This renown is well earned, as Dragonwell green tea has always held a high standard of growing conditions and production methods, preserving and raising the standard for green tea across the country. Dragonwell is quite the unique green tea. It provides notes of buttered toast, chestnut, and delicious grassy sweetness that is unlike any other green. Good Dragonwell is slow to bitter, but still strong in the mouth, rich with umami and noticeable huigan, or returning sweetness. Is it Huigan or Huigan? Hopefully I pronounced that right. Our Dragonwell comes from the ancient production village of Kuantang. Just across the Kuantang River, the scenic west view of Hangzhou. While it is just outside the core production region for Longjing, it is produced by some of the most serious Longjing makers we met in the Manjuolong village, and is impressive in its characteristic nutty savor and its delicate orchid fragrance. We recommend brewing this tea in a gaiwan, 2.5 grams to 100 milliliters, water with flash fusions, or in tall glass grandpa style, 3 grams to 8 ounces of water with a death steep. If you're curious about grandpa style brewing, check out our YouTube video about it. If you'd like to know more about how we source our tea and people behind making it, check out our podcast, Tea Soup, particularly the Dragonwell episode. I was coincidentally listening to Tea Soup right before this. They have a couple good episodes that I've listened to so far. I assume they're all good, but they speak more in depth about all kinds of things, from how they price things, how they source things. They bring on other people in the tea industry as well as other creators. I was watching the one that I think had he does those I don't know, he works with like that teapot company. They do specifically teapot. I think I had a tea on here from them too, but yeah, they talked about pricing and margins and the tariffs coming up. It's pretty good. I'd definitely recommend checking out Tea Soup. Pretty good podcast if you're just super into tea content in general. But yeah, that's everything on this tea. I'll just show you these leaves one more time. Look real nice. Look like a Dragonwell, where they're like super flat, almost like a chip. Nice and like crispy. A little bit of like a white hue to some of them, but mostly just that kind of deep green color. But looking good. So I'll be brewing today at 185 Fahrenheit. Probably do a very quick flash wash that I will drink, probably like a 3-second wash. And then I will start my steeps at I don't know, maybe like 10 seconds. But currently just got hot water in there, heating up the tea vessels, and I will be right back. That's roughly 5 grams of Dragonwell green. This water is 185. Oh yeah, I never did a dry smell profile on this tea either. Let me do that. We'll do it out of the bag. Alright, this dry smell on this tea has like a nutty, grassy aroma. I'd say like a edamame, a little bit of a floral scent, and then like a little bit of a grassy, like vegetal scent. It's interesting because it's not overwhelmingly soybean like some other green teas. I'd say it's more floral on top of soybean, which I quite like. I'm fond of that. So yeah, pretty good. But let's do a wet scent on these wet leaves in here. Now I'd say it's more soybean forward, more edamame forward on the wet scent, but I still do get the floral in there, which is nice. Yeah, definitely a very good floral note to this green tea that I appreciate. I feel like that's not been as common with a lot of these green teas I've been trying as of late. So yeah, this tea came in like this sampler pack that I've shown before. This first flush pack, really nice box overall, like the case, the magnetic clasp. But just to reiterate my opinion on these, I don't like these single serve packs for non-single serve amounts of tea, right? Like if it's a sachet like this for 7 grams of tea, basically single serve, like fine, I'm cool with that. But each of these contains 25 grams, so essentially it comes in it, I open it, that gets trashed, and then I source my own resealable package somehow. Not a huge deal, but it's just a little annoying, especially considering this is some I'd say some pretty decently quality tea. A lot of the One River tea is rather pricey. This one isn't super pricey. $26 for 50 grams or $48 for 100 grams. So just under 50 cents a gram for the bigger size and just over for the smaller size. But still, I think it'd be nice, kind of like Yunnan Sourcing's bags, or who else? I think West China Tea, something a little more like this. Just a little zip top. Like this is 10 grams and it came with a zip top. So, or, this, like tiniest bag ever comes with a zip top. So it would be nice. It's not the hugest deal, but it is a little annoying to me to where I have to open it. There's that extra garbage that's one-time use, and then I get another bag to put it in. You know what I mean? Not a big deal, but thought I'd harp on the packaging a little. Like they do look, decent. Like it's minimalist, whatever. But I don't know. Even this wash, which you saw, I think maybe 5 seconds, is really good. This is really flavorful, actually. Right now, very, very light mouthfeel still. No astringency, no mouth drying effects currently. The liquid overall looks pretty clear. A little bit of haziness that I think I come to expect from Dragonwell, but it's not too hazy. Main thing is there's no muddiness in it, meaning the leaves are pretty whole, which, as you saw, they're very nice looking leaves. Yeah, even for a wash, that's really nice. It's very mild so far, but still really, really pleasant to drink. There's like a very mild sweetness, very light body. I'd say The floralness is kind of in the background, and the like edamame, soybean, nutty flavors up front. Let's try another steep. All right, this one's about 10 or 12 seconds. Definitely a little more color on it. I will say the smell on this tea is quite potent. It's definitely filling the room. Yeah, that really nutty. I guess it's kind of like soybean, and I think they use the descriptor chestnut. I think is in there too. It's like a combo of those, and then a bit of floral in there on that scent, and it really is filling the room. It's quite powerful. Definitely enjoy it. And this tea definitely picked up some good color. I don't think it ever really picks up the greenness that well on camera. It never really does it a whole lot of justice. I don't know. To me on camera, it looks a little more golden. In person, there's definitely more of a... I think there's more of a green tint to it, for sure. Very nice, though. Very I don't know, to me so far it's a very floral Dragonwell, compared to other ones I've tried. Floral and nutty. They mentioned sweet cream. I don't really get that. Chestnut I get on the smell for sure. Maybe in the taste. Between that and like the edamame, there's definitely the nuttiness and the flavor. And then they mentioned buttered toast, which I like buttered toast, but I don't know if I get buttered toast in the tea. It is a very great green tea, though. I'd say well worth the price. Looking at $26 for 50 grams, and $48 for 100 grams. So, just under 50 cents a gram for the larger size, and slightly over for the smaller size. I think that's very reasonable for a really solid Dragonwell. I know Dragonwell's pretty classic. Actually, extremely classic. It's like the OG standard for green tea, Chinese green tea at least, and for good reason. Very good, very solid. Can't go wrong. I know green tea is supposed to be cooling during the summer, at least per Chinese tradition. I think going off Chinese medicine, green tea and white tea are like cooling, whereas like cooked pu'er and black tea are supposed to have like a warming effect. So I don't know. It's always hot here, so if this cools me off, that'd be cool. I don't know. Drinking hot tea to cool off doesn't. It kind of sounds counterproductive. But I think that's all I have to say about this tea. I don't see much more evolution other than, obviously, I'm sure some astringency will come out as I go. Maybe the floralness will fade away a bit. But very good tea. I would definitely suggest getting a hold of some if you can. But that's been Talon. Thanks for watching my tea video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more tea content. And comment. Let me know what you think of this Dragonwell. Alright, see ya.